and only 5 brand partners showed up, it's like, dude, like, all right, cool, man. We just drove all the way here. Like, let's do a little training or something. I know, man, be there. Like, the fact that I already counted 46 people here. That's exciting. If only 5 people showed up today, it wouldn't have been as exciting. But imagine if we had 200 people in here. How much crazier would that be? So show up to these events. And the last one, master your craft. And that goes back to practice your story. Like, I can't tell you guys, I can't stress enough how important it is to master what you're doing. Until you can explain Bima and share your story, it's going to be very difficult to take this business to the next level. And that's the biggest thing that I remind myself daily when I was starting was, when Jeffrey and Richard started, there was no upline. They learned it themselves. But like I said before, it's great now because they already did all the hard work. Everything that doesn't work, we already know. And we're not doing it now. But yet they had to take the time to learn this business in and out by themselves. Guys, it couldn't be simpler for you or for myself. We have videos, how to get paid. We have videos, how to invite. You have an app. You have Upline. That'll help you anytime. Take the time to learn how to share Vima. Because the day that you can stand up here and share why you're excited and what we're doing is the day that your business will go from here to here. That's it. And a lot of people will say, man, well, I'm not making any money yet. The money doesn't matter. That's the thing that most people have to realize. If I got on stage tonight in front of 100 people and shared my story and shared why I was excited about Vima, and at the end I said, if someone introduced me as making $50 a month and I still spoke like I spoke, I guarantee you the room would be just as excited as if I got introduced to making $100 grand a month. And what's crazy about it is a lot of people don't even fathom. 10 grand a month, people don't really know what that means. It's just a number. But it's the excitement and the passion that people see in what we're doing that gets them motivated and excited about where we're going with this. So make sure you master your craft, and the only way by doing that is practicing. If you're scared to talk in front of people, talk in front of yourself. Call one of us, get on Skype, talk with us. Do personal development, grow yourself. And that'll really help you guys take this to the next level.
That was perfect. A little tie-in on what I'm going to talk about now. That was really good. Guys, success is a mindset, not a paycheck. Basically, this is something he was just talking about. You have to have confidence from day one. How many of you guys, and don't be shy, raise your hand if you hate to speak in front of people. You hate public speaking. Okay. I dropped public speaking in college twice in the only year that I went to college. Deathly afraid to speak in front of people. But guys, let me share a secret with you. If you cannot get up in front of people, you will not be successful in this business. Sorry. It's life. You are going to cost yourself millions of dollars if you cannot speak in front of people. So success doesn't come with the paychecks. It's so funny because there's people all over my team that, and I'm going to keep going back and forth between slides so I don't have to restart the PowerPoint. There's people all over my teams that call me all the time. Hey, can you Skype to this event? Hey, can you come to this event? Hey, can you do this call with me? And the crazy thing about it is some of those people are at the level past where I was when I met them and introduced them to me. That's crazy to me, guys. When we first really started getting Vima going in Myrtle Beach, I was like cycling diamond. But yet, there's so many diamonds in our entire team, not just in Myrtle Beach, everywhere, that are still leaning so hard on their upline, they won't break away. And the crazy thing is when I was like a diamond leader, platinum leader in Vima, and I would go talk to new people, dude, and some of you guys are in here right now, some of you guys thought I was king of the world. Right, Jim? I was platinum when we met. And you were, this is Jeffrey Benson, man, he is just making so much money. No, bro, I wasn't. But I was confident. Why? Because you have to be, guys. You have to be confident in yourself. If you know where you're going in life, you can have confidence about what you're doing. So you have to be confident. Number 2, know your stuff. Know your stuff. You want to be successful, you want to come across as someone like you're making $1 million a year, Know your stuff. If you know the comp plan, if you know the products, if you know what to say, if you've practiced it long enough, if you have your story down to where you don't even think about it. Yeah, guys, I spent last night making this PowerPoint. You think I spent last night trying to memorize what I was going to talk about? Heck no. You think he even knew what was on the PowerPoint before he's seen it when it pops on the slide? Heck no. He has no idea what the next slide is on the hand of the thing to talk about. No idea. Why can we get up here and do this? Because we've done it a billion times. Know your stuff. Practice it. Like he said, master your craft. If you do that, guys, I could get up here, I could tell everyone in this room I'm making $1 million a year. And the only way anyone would ever find out that I wasn't making $1 million a year, you hacked into my bank account. You know how many times people ask to see your paycheck? Very rarely. It's rude. Most people don't do it. And I'm not telling you to make up things about your income. I'm not telling a bronze leader to walk around saying, I'm clearing $2,000 a month. Because that now you just sound stupid. But what I am saying to you guys is be confident. Learn how to talk to people. You're a bronze leader. Okay, you might make between $150 and $400 a month residually. But instead of focusing on the 400, which is not impressive to anyone, focus on the fact that you're in a business, you're profitable, you're getting free product, and you're on your way to a free car. Why couldn't you do that? That's not lying. You're not making anything up. If you're making $400 a month, you're covered, your product's covered, whether you've got customers or not, you're getting free product. If you're making $400 a month, you're profitable. And if you're bronze, heck, you're on your way to diamond eventually. So guys, it's all about the confidence. If you're confident and you know your stuff, it doesn't matter how much money you make. It really doesn't. Because people are going to look at you and they're going to be like, wow, man, this guy is successful. This guy knows his stuff. He must be in the top of this company. Any one of you guys can do that at any level. Nicola's a great example. When he speaks in front of people, he crushes it. Absolutely crushes it. And he ain't making $100,000 a year. Not even close. But he sure does talk like he makes $100,000 a year. You know why? Because he has the mindset. He knows his stuff. He's confident. And lastly, guys, you have to spend time on personal development. You have to develop yourself. If you don't spend time on personal development, you're not going to be successful. So let me ask you a question. How many of you guys would like to have me underneath your team? Raise your hand. How many of you guys would like to have Brad Alcazar underneath your team? Raise your hand. Tom Alcazar, Alex Morton, Jed Buenaluz, Derek Alexander. All right? Out loud, everyone at one time, what are some qualities that the leadership of this company possess? What are some qualities? Just start yelling them out.
Trust.
Intensity.
Come on, yell them out, guys. I hear like two people talking. All right, if you're too scared to talk out loud in this group, I don't know what you're going to do in this company. Here's the thing, okay? If you didn't say it out loud, think about it in your mind, and now ask yourself this. How many of those qualities do you have? Think about that. The qualities that you want in people on your team, how many of those qualities do you have yourself? Guys, it comes down to who you want to recruit. You want to recruit a 10? You better be a 10. Because guess what? 3s don't recruit 10s. Okay, Darren Hardy, man, one of my biggest mentors. Had the opportunity to meet him, talk to him, and speak right before him, not this past convention, but the convention before. And he shared a story about his wife, and this is crazy. He said that when he was trying to figure out who he wanted to marry, who he wanted to spend the rest of his life with, he took a sheet of paper and he wrote down every single quality that he wanted his wife to have, down to the hair color and texture of her hair. Every single quality that he was looking for in a woman. And some of y'all are like, oh, that's stupid. Okay? Every single quality. I think he said it was like 30 pages long. And you know what he did? Instead of going out there and looking for that woman, he made another list of everything that caliber woman would look for in a man. And then he became that man. And guys, it's creepy how exact his wife is to the list that he created. It's creepy. Literally, it's like he made her on a computer and printed her out. The thing is, guys, success is not something you get. Success is something you attract by the person you become. If you're still rolling around, acting a fool at home events, if you're showing up late to trainings and home events, no one is going to follow you. You have to attract the people you want in your business. Trust me, it's a whole lot easier to have people come to you. Guys, we don't have to do anything to make this awesome. This opportunity is awesome. You just have to be a good steward of it. You just have to be able to show people that it's awesome. When something's awesome, you don't have to convince people to do it. You don't have to convince people to be a part of it because it's awesome. People want to be a part of awesomeness, if that's even a word. Okay, so success is something you attract by the person you become. Jim Rohn quote. All right? Guys, you have to read. How many of you guys like to read? Anybody who got some readers? I hate to read. It's one of my number one things I hate to do. So guess what? They make this thing called audiobooks. It's great. You put in your headphones. I can knock a book out in like 3 hours. So guys, if you don't like to read like me, there's other methods to educate yourself. But you have to work on yourself. You have to continuously grow. Guys, turn your car into a university. I forget, they said like you spend like 12 plus years driving around in a car, like time, together. If you were to add up all the time you spend driving around, just on an average, it's like 12 years of your life is spent driving. You get a lot of college degrees out of that. Turn your car into a university. Get some personal development stuff. We all have iPhones, we all have Androids, we all have ways I guarantee 80% of this room knows how to download stuff for free. Someone come teach me afterward. I'm still trying to figure that out. But guys, there's so many resources out there for you guys to use, and if you're not filling your brain with success, if you're not constantly filling up the positive, the world's going to get you down. The haters are going to get you down. Because they're out there, man. There's 97% of people in this world want you to fail. They want you to stay unemployed. They want you to stay in that zone. And so if you're not constantly staying plugged in with the group and you're not constantly developing yourself, when people come at you, you're going to fall on your face. So here's a couple of my personal favorites. Write these down. Jim Rohn. Phenomenal. If you haven't listened to the first 7 days of Vima, you need to. It comes in your builder pack. If you have, you know who I'm talking about. Phenomenal. Phenomenal, phenomenal, phenomenal. Alright, you can go on YouTube, look up Jim Rohn, listen to How to Build Your Network Marketing Business. It's 60 minutes long of him talking about how to build this business. Phenomenal stuff, guys. Darren Hardy, like I said, phenomenal guy. Wrote a bunch of good books. He's the editor and publisher of Success Magazine. Tons of credibility. Eric Thomas, man, seriously. Every freaking time I go on YouTube, there's a new Eric Thomas video. There's no excuse not to listen to Eric Thomas. Start your day with Eric Thomas. He will get you so fired up that you want to go do push-ups and three-way calls at the same time. That's how I feel when I listen. John C. Maxwell, guys, leadership. Develop yourself as a leader. Anything that he's written is good. Anything he's written you can buy, and it will benefit you. Zig Ziglar, another great guy. He kind of falls in that Jim Rohn category. Phenomenal motivational speaker. And lastly, guys, Bob Proctor. Bob Proctor's wife, Linda, is in Vima. He does a lot of stuff with Vima. And there's so much free material out there for you guys to develop yourself that there's no excuse for you guys to stay where you're at. All right, and then here's a couple books that I recommend you read. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill was one of the first books I read when I got into network marketing. It changed my mindset. Because guys, you're making a shift. We're going from employee to entrepreneur. Okay, the compound effect by Darren Hardy is phenomenal because it talks about how in life everything compounds, whether it's a good decision or a bad decision. And guys, that's so relatable to what we do in this business because we're working off of compounding residual income. So phenomenal book, The 10X Rule by Grant Cardone. Phenomenal book talking about if you want to be successful, you have to work 10 times harder than everyone else. And I'm learning that the hard way at the gym right now. It's miserable. Working out, me and Jason. We almost died yesterday. I thought I was going to die. And then U Squared by Price Pritchard. Talks about making quantum leaps in your business, guys. Jason said it before. He said, if you're not bronze yet, yeah, you got to get bronze. But guys, when you're bronze, man, you got to be looking at diamond. You got to make those quantum leaps. If we want to have success, Mark from King Kong, I'm pretty sure he's on his way. He had a business meeting he had to be at for King Kong. But guys, this guy got in, and because of his team, and some of them are in the room right now, because of his team, guys, Mark went gold from scratch in less than 7 days with no overflow, build-up QB or anything. Okay, that's impressive, all right? And that's a quantum leap, all right? That's doing what it takes to be successful. You think we're in week 3, and I'm almost 100% sure that in his first month, from scratch, no power leg, no nothing, he's going to go diamond in his first month. Talk about building fast and having a success story, and that's huge. So, personal development, really focus on that. I know we talk about it a lot, but there's a reason we talk about it a lot. You want to do objections? All right. How many of you guys struggle with objections? And people always shoot you down, always give you excuses. All right. We'll let Jason handle these 3 real fast.
All right, guys. And real quick, before I go into that, I wanted to touch on something, and I don't know if it's in the PowerPoint or not, but when Jeffrey was speaking, it came to my mind. But how many of you guys in here have your close friends doing the business with you? So a few of you. How many of you guys, your close friends, hate on the business? All right, here's the thing that I want to get real with you guys for a second. I would probably say of my 4 or 5 closest friends that I grew up with, guess how many do the business? None. They still don't. Do they hate on it? Some. Others, they like the product, they order, nothing to do with the business. Let me tell you when my business changed. I'm sure you guys are going to be able to guess this. The moment when my business went from diamond to executive was the moment I realized I had to separate myself from them. And that's something that we don't talk about a lot, but honestly, if you guys want to see a change in your life and in your business, that's the biggest thing. And Jeffrey told me, he said it so well one day, he said, dude, you're the sum of your 5 closest friends. And this is something that I don't nearly struggle with as much now as I used to, but how many of you guys is it so easy to get caught up with those friends that aren't in Bema and all they want to do is get excited for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday and go out and get drunk and have a good time and not care about their future or growing anything important in life? It's very simple. I've fallen into it many times. But guys, let me tell you something. Honestly, in my opinion, if you take nothing else from today, you got to realize that if you want to see a change in your life, you need to find people that have what you want and stick close by them. Because I can promise you, if you're with this guy every day, growing this business is very simple. That's why I have to stick with this guy every day. Because I stray. I'm a stray. I get off the path very easily. But that's why I realized that I had to separate myself from certain people in my life. And I'm not saying like shun them. I'm saying spend less time with those people that are bringing you down. Because even at the level I'm at, there's certain people in my life that if I hang around enough, I stoop to that level. And I don't mean in a bad way. As a person, great people I would do anything for, but people that don't have goals and dreams that I have. And that will bring you down like nothing else. If you take nothing else away from tonight, realize that you need to surround yourself with people like this. Look around this room and find people in here and be with them every day. Because I think we can all agree far too many times we spend a lot of time with people that are slowing us down from our goals. And that's honestly because those people are too scared to achieve their own. And they don't want to see you leave them. I've seen it happen firsthand with my friends. Too many times I'll be hanging out, man, don't go do that meeting, don't do the call, come on, do this or that. And you got to realize, no, stop. Like, you'll have time for that when you're successful. So I just want to touch on that real quick, guys.
Before you go on. What he said, I thought you were going to go more into this, but you're the sum of your 5 closest friends. And this is what that means. It means that the way you look, the way you dress, the way you eat, the way you're successful, everything you do in your life revolves around the 5 people you spend the most time with. And that's what's so funny. Jason and I and Richard, we all hang out together all the time. None of us were working out. None of us were eating healthy. We were all gaining weight. There's a reason. Because if we all went to Liberty Tap Room, we didn't get a steak salad. We got chicken wings, pizza with ranch dressing, and beer. But if I was to hang out with someone with abs, like I have a really good friend, his name's Paul. When I go with him somewhere, and we go to a restaurant, he orders a salad. He drinks water. He has abs. I don't. If I spent every single day with him, what do you think I would start to eat? I would start to eat healthier. Because when you're around someone for a long period of time, you don't want to be the suckiest guy on the team. If all your friends have abs except for you and you go out on the boat every day, you're going to try and get abs. Because you don't want to be the only guy without abs. So that's the thing, guys. In your circle of influence, those people, they will determine. You show me your 5 closest friends, I'll tell you where you're going in life. And it's huge because here's the deal. Here's the kicker. If you are the best one out of your 5, you need to find a new group. If you are number 1 in your group, you need a new group so bad. You never want to be number 1 in your group. You don't want to be number 5. You don't want to be number 1. You get right there in the middle, so that you have some people that you're helping, but you also have some people that you're looking to. So remember that, guys. That's huge, man. Like he said, I can't do it for that PowerPoint. That's the best thing we said all day. You're the sum of your 5 closest friends. If they're bringing you down, see you later, man. They're not going to pay your bills. They're not going to take care of you. They're not going to retire your mom and dad. If they're hating on you, if they're bringing you down, if they're causing you to slip away, get rid of them. Hang out with them like never. So I'll get it back to you.
Yeah, and everything Jeffrey said is so true. And I even started using this in my home events. And for you guys that have heard me speak recently, I'll say, how many people in the room are your friends going to pay your way through life? No one, dude. So why do you take so much advice from people that have such little effect on your life? And that's when I'm telling you, man, my business changed when I separated myself from certain people. And that's the biggest thing, man. And on top of that, guys, if you're looking for people to be with, call us. Like, I'll go ahead and say this for both of us. Like, if you guys want to do Vima, I can't tell you how many times. And look on Facebook, man, there's been days I'm like, hey, if anyone wants to work Vima, hit us up. But like, I feel like a lot of people are kind of nervous to do that. Call us, text us, call your upline. Let them know, hey, I want to work. Any person in this room, on Ustream, anywhere in Myrtle Beach, because that's where we are. All right, if anyone wants to work, just let us know. Like literally, we wake up every day, and boom, we just get right into Vima. Whether it's PowerPoints, doing something on Facebook, doing 3-way calls, Skype, whatever. If you want to be around that, let us know. And come be around it. And I'm telling you, man, the second that you can let up and give up certain friends, for the time being, it will change. Not only will it change your business, it will change your life. Seriously. And like, that's my biggest advice to you guys. Dead serious, if you were to ask me what took me from kind of being in Vima to where I'm at now, that was it. That was it. Because when you surround yourself, it doesn't matter whether it's Vima or fitness or anything. If people are bringing you down in any aspect of life, drop them, dude. And I'm not saying forever, but come back. My friends all the time, I'll never forget them. They'll always be my greatest friends. But for the time being now, I'm focused, dude. Yeah, when you hit ambassador, then go hang out. Who cares? You're doing good things. But that's probably the biggest thing is you have people bring you down in life, you gotta drop it. You gotta get out of that group. And on top of that, I don't even care if they're in Vima. If you have friends in Vima who aren't working as hard as you, lose them. Go work with someone who's working harder. I've seen that far too many times too. People that really want to hustle, but they're still getting brought down with people on their downline. Don't let anyone affect you. You guys all wrote down your goals and your dreams, make them happen. It's that simple. But it's going to be 10 times easier to do it when you're with people that want to be where you want to be. All right, but moving on from that, objections. I don't have enough money, I don't have time, it's a pyramid scheme. To touch on the first two, it comes down to a motivation issue. And if people say they don't have enough money, I think we all know some good answers to that, and I don't know if you want to touch on any after, but it comes down to motivation. Man, I mean, you guys we've had people sell their TVs, their Xboxes, you know, blood plasma, whatever it is, that they've done it. But guys, when I talk to people, this goes right back to their why. That's my closer, man. If they say they don't have enough money, I'll say, if you don't have enough money now, you'll never have the money. You know, if you're not happy financially now, and you keep doing what you're doing every day, it'll never change. So put down the BS, stop the video game, stop spending $100 on the weekend at Broadway, Stop doing all these things that are causing you to not have the money and invest that into your future. And people that tell me they don't have enough time, it's the same thing. It all comes down to motivation. And once again, that's where I find their why. All right, you don't have enough time now. Man, I know you hate working 50 hours a week at Shuckers. And if you don't have the time now, what's your exit plan, man? How are you going to get out of that situation so you do have the time? Finding out why they're doing that. And then the pyramid scheme whole thing, that's when knowing your facts is really useful. You guys all know Fish Learning and the Phoenix Suns. We've been on Dr. Oz, freaking Oprah Winfrey's his boss, Emmy Award-winning daytime doctor. Okay, we've been in Men's and Women's Fitness Health magazine. We have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. Those little facts right there are going to help that so much. We did $117 million in sales last year. I would hope our IRS isn't that dumb to let that just stand right by. And so just knowing the facts and stuff like that is really useful. I don't know if you want to touch on anything else, but this next video, we're going to watch this next video.
I understand that the job sucks, the economy sucks, and the only way things are going to get better is if I do something about it.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to build a network marketing business.
What is network marketing?
A network marketing company allows you to build your own business by creating a group of distributors and customers that consume the products sold by the company.
That sounds like one of those pyramid things.
What do you mean by pyramid things?
One of those things where the only people that make lots of money are the people at the top.
You mean like the company you work for?
But don't you have to get in early to make any money?
Actually, in a good network marketing company, you can make more money than the people above you if you are more productive.
Are you sure it isn't a pyramid scheme?
Yes.
How are you so sure?
A pyramid scheme is where you make all of your money by recruiting others and there is no product or service being exchanged.
It still sounds like a pyramid scheme.
In a legitimate network marketing company, you make most or all of your money from people using the products.
It still sounds like a pyramid scheme.
In what way?
Because when you draw it out, it looks like a pyramid.
How is that relevant?
It just seems like a pyramid scheme.
If you were to draw out the organization chart of the company you work for, what shape would it be?
A pyramid.
If you were to draw out the organization chart of the church you go to, what shape would it be?
A pyramid.
If you were to draw out the organization chart of the Girl Scouts, what shape would it be?
A pyramid.
Are you understanding my point?
Yes. I had no idea there were so many pyramid schemes out there. Do you really think you can make money with your pyramid scheme?
According to the U.S. Department of Labor and the Direct Selling Association, with the same time and effort, I'm 5 times more likely to earn over $100,000 in network marketing than in my life-sucking job.
Yes. I hate my job too. That is why I play the lotto every day after work. 16, 22, 84, baby.
Maybe you should start your own business also instead of completely leaving your future to chance.
But I have heard people say negative things about network marketing.
Like who?
Like my brother-in-law.
Is he wealthy?
No.
Does he own his own business?
No.
Would you consider him a credible expert on the subject?
No.
Would you consider him a credible expert on any subject?
Not really. But why do some people say network marketing doesn't work?
For the same reason that some people think our government's Social Security program is sustainable, total ignorance.
Are there any credible experts that support network marketing?
Have you heard of Robert Kiyosaki, the author of one of the top-selling financial books of all time?
No.
He is a big supporter of network marketing. He calls it the perfect business. Have you heard of Donald Trump?
Yes, he does funny hair.
He is also a big supporter of network marketing. Have you heard of Warren Buffett, the most successful investor of all time?
No.
He is also a supporter of network marketing.
And you think these people are more credible experts than my brother-in-law?
Yes.
I still think it sounds like a pyramid scheme.
Are you kidding me? Have you been listening to anything? that I have said?
Yes, but I still think it is a pyramid scheme.
Can you please explain your argument?
I just think it is a pyramid scheme.
I think I'm going to leave now.
Wait, aren't you going to try to recruit me?
No,
Why not?
I thought you said it was a pyramid scheme.
I did, but I think I want to join now.
I would rather shove thumbtacks into my eyes and walk into traffic than have an incompetent moron like you on my team.
Oh. Okay, talk to you later then.
Not likely.
Guys, some will, some won't. Who cares? Some people are just so ignorant that they are just going to continue to say, it doesn't work, it's pyramid scheme. Who cares? Just move on. So, hopefully that helps out. I know a lot of you have seen that video like 100 times. If you haven't seen that video, use it. It's on YouTube. Type in pyramid scheme. It's like the third video that comes up. Send it to your friends who are being ignorant. Maybe it'll help out. But I want to go into a couple things. I know it's getting close to 2 o'clock. If anyone has to leave, you're more than welcome to. I promise we won't shun you or say anything to you for leaving. We got started a little bit late, but we still have a little bit more to cover. So if you guys want to stay, we're going to stay and finish. If you have to go, if you need to go to work or something like that, feel free to leave whenever you need to leave. But I'm going to go into the back office real fast because I have a lot of new people asking me this question. The biggest thing that people ask me is, number one, how to enroll someone, and number two, where to place them. Anyone getting that same question, or am I the only one? A lot of people? All right, so what I did, and I'm going to make a video of this that will be up online on basically how to use the entire back office. I'll make different ones showing my computer screen and actually clicking through it. So, number one, how to enroll someone. Obviously, you go to YPRmyrtlebeach.com. You click on Account Login in the top right-hand corner. Okay, you're going to put in your username and password. I know this is basic for you guys, but just so everyone gets it. Once you log in, this is what you should see. Unless you have Back Office Pro, then it'll be black. All right, you're going to click on Genealogy. Once you click Genealogy, make sure it's on Diagrammatic Genealogy. Once that bubble's clicked, people always ask me, what do I click in the box? Nothing. Just leave it blank and hit Submit. Once you hit Submit, if you're a brand new person, this is what you're going to see. If that's your name, I'm sorry, I just picked a random box on team and it was empty. Okay? When you enroll someone, you enroll on the right or the left. Now here's the thing. People always ask me, where should I put people? Guys, when you're brand new, it does not matter. The only factor you need to weigh in on is, do the people you're enrolling have a relationship with anyone else on your team? If the answer is yes, enroll them on that leg. If you're brand new and you only have one person to enroll, it doesn't matter where to put them, right or left. You have to build 2 teams. You need to help 2 people become successful. And I know we talk a lot about this power leg and overflow leg and all this stuff. Guys, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. My power leg is 3 times smaller than my profit leg. So now my power leg is my profit leg. My spillover leg that was supposed to get all this help is 3 times smaller than the inside leg that I built with no overflow. So it doesn't matter. You got to build 2 businesses with people on each side that you help. So when you're brand new, right and left does not matter. The only time it comes into play is if Ross is going to sign up Joe, and Joe has a friend who's on Ross's right team, and they know each other, and they would benefit by working together, and they're going to talk to the same network, then put them on the same team. There's no point in having people fighting over people. That's the only time you need to worry about that. If they don't know each other, put them where you need them. The way you figure that out is look at your numbers. When you're first building, try and keep your teams even. Eventually, one team will break away and you'll start to benefit from the 360-180. But in the beginning, you don't stop worrying about it. Too many people are worried about this instead of worried about talking to new people and enrolling new people. Stop worrying so much about logistics. It'll all work out. So next up, obviously, you click Member. Pick your product out. Here's another thing. When you're enrolling someone, make sure you can show them how to get a Verve builder pack and not the Vima builder pack. Way too many times, people click on the Vima builder pack, they ship it, and I get a phone call, man, I just got my builder pack and I got all these big bottles of juice. I don't even know what the stuff is. I thought we were in Verve. guys, make sure you're helping them pick the right product. It's really that simple, okay? Here's the kicker, and you guys are gonna laugh, but it happens all the time. You know how many times I get a phone call? I was enrolling someone, and I put my account login in, and now I got charged for their product. Well, duh. Hit register. You should never put your login information in right there. If it's a new person, they don't have a username and password. And I know some of you guys are thinking, why in the world are you talking about this? Because I'm tired of getting phone calls about it. Okay? So hit register. Once you hit register, fill it out. You know how many times I get a phone call? I didn't make a username and password. What do I do? I don't know, because that is silly to me why you wouldn't have made a username and password since it's on the same page as the contact information. So make sure you're filling out all the boxes. You know, if you're trying to do this on your phone, make sure you're filling out all the boxes. All right? Here's the last thing. When you're placing people, if your team looks like this, and say you have people on your other side, does everyone understand what we mean by place on the outside of your right and outside of your left? Does anyone not understand that? If you don't, it's fine. Okay, one person. What that means is, if you're looking at the screen, you see how underneath the blank spot that has no name, there's a left leg? You would never want to place someone there. If you're going down the right-hand side, you would go down to the bottom to whoever that last person is, Anderson, and you would put them on their right leg. Same thing for the left. If you have people down the left, you stay to the outside of the team. Never go to the inside legs. That's someone else's right and left leg. Does that make sense? Okay, good. All right, right now, I know we're running short on time, but we wanted to have this section, and after the Q&A, we have like 2 more things to talk about, so we'll be real fast. Anyone, we're going to do an open, maybe 5-10 minute Q&A for stuff that you guys are maybe unsure of. So anyone want to start off? Anyone have questions? Jason and I can go back and forth.
Is there any way that we can have somebody that's typically has to make signs with the customer, that we can go into our back office and change from a customer to a brand number, or is that something you can only do through the email?
As of right now, no. That's something you'll have to call in. I'm pretty sure BEMA's working on a lot of things like that. Like, I know that they just added a new feature. They said on the Elite call that they added it. I haven't seen it. I looked for it. They added a feature where someone can cancel their auto delivery from their back office instead of having to call, which really annoys me because now it's going to be easier for people to quit who are lazy, but oh well. It'll save BEMA some time. It'll save us some headaches. So I know they're trying to add in new features. They're redoing the back office. Back office is going to look more like your app within the next month or so. It's also going to go to real time, where when someone places an order, you get the volume and the bonus when the order goes through, so that there's not this whole like, oh, did BEMA update, did not update, where am I at? So I know they're working on stuff like that, but for right now, no. You still have to call and have it changed over.
Well, the new products coming out, you know?
That's a good question. I actually talked about an Elite call. They are hoping sometime in October. So I thought it was pretty good. October, November, sometime we should have coffee, they're going to call it Mojo, like a non-carbonated Starbucks type of coffee Verve. We're going to have a tea, a non-carbonated tea, and then a Verve bold, basically flavor with a very, very small amount of caffeine for kids or for people who are caffeine sensitive, or if you can't, like I can drink a Verve at 1 a.m. and go to bed at 1:30. But some people, if they drink a Verve past like 6 p.m., they'd be up all night. So this would be for someone at 8 o'clock, you're like, man, I really want a Verve, but I don't want to be able to not go to sleep. So that'll be out. Questions?
You gotta have, everyone understands this. So say you have points from a customer, you gotta have at least one vendor on each side, right? You keep those points at the end of the week.
Yes. To stay qualified, guys, if you want to be qualified in any type of bonus that requires cycling, you have to have a person on each side of your team. One on the right, one on the left. And since you brought that up, I want to hit on something real fast. If you're in this business and you consider yourself a leader, and you're not personally enrolling people on a monthly basis, you're not doing your job. I've been in this for 3.5 years, and I still average 2 new personnel people a month. You have to continuously add new people. If you don't have 10, 15, 20 active people on your team, You need to work harder. You need to talk to more people. Because there's too many people in this room that if 4 people quit, you would be screwed. If 4 people quit on my team, I don't really care. That were my personal people. Because I have I think it's 18 active right now, person enrolled. And I'm not saying that to brag, that's not that great. I want to have more. But if 4 people quit, I'd be fine. You need to have at least 6 so you're qualified for all the bonuses. So if you are in this room right now and you don't have 6 PEQs, number 1, you're making me more money. Because that means I'm getting your matching bonuses that you should be getting. When you're not qualified for matching bonuses, they funnel up. So I appreciate the extra 10% money that I'm making, but I would be happier if you guys were making that 10% because that would mean more people were on our team making money. Okay? So if you don't have 6 person-enrolled people, write that down. That should be one of your goals. Within the next 30 to 90 days, you should have 6 active person-enrolled people. That is a great goal to have. And then try and double it. Jeff Hooks, a guy that was very influential in BEMA, he called it the 20-20 rule. 20 people on your right, 20 people on your left. If you got 20 people personally on your right and 20 personally on your left, you will be a superstar. Because some of them will just drink the product, some of them will quit, some of them will do 10 to 50%, and a couple people might turn into superstars. So 20-20 rule. So, that's my goal. My goal is to have 40 active people, and that's not even good. Anthony Powell, for those of you guys who don't know, he's from Herbalife. He's now the 8th highest paid person in BEMA in less than 120 days. Pretty impressive. His goal is 1,000 active PEQs in 2 years from now. 1,000 active personnel people. So, what are your goals? What are you trying to do in life? You know, the more people you enroll, the more people you're helping. So, all right. Any other questions?
I'm pretty new to this. How can you pass people?
Yes, absolutely. And I'll just share something while I'm fixing this. That in this business, if you don't have your teams growing at the same rate, it is very easy for someone to pass you because you have to build 2 legs. And so, a word of advice for you guys is that if you're focusing all your attention on one side of your business and you're leaving the other side of your business with no help, you will eventually hurt yourself. Because what will happen is you'll lose momentum, and your other team will gain momentum, and you'll have someone pass you. And I say that to say that for the longest time, I thought I was invincible, man. I had this power leg with 100,000 points on it, and I thought, man, I'm invincible. It's never going to go away. And then guess what happened? Jason started doing stuff, and we started building a team on my other leg. And then guess what started happening? Started eating up that QB. And that 100,000 turned to 50,000, turned to 20,000, turned to nothing. And my legs flipped. And what I just tell you guys, my now profit leg is 3 times smaller than my power leg, which means that if I don't find a superstar in the next 30 to 60 days, I might have to introduce him at home, which I would not like to do. But because every single one of you guys in this room, as far as I can tell, you guys are all on one side of my business. I have a whole other side of my business that I have to work on. And so the thing is that if you don't build at the same time, if you're too focused on one side of your business and not focused on helping other people on the other side, kind of like I was, and I'll be honest, I'm a leader. I can be real with you guys. I wasn't too focused about that side. Man, I had all these built up QB. I was trying to cycle. I was trying to increase my income. But what happened now is I have so much momentum from this side that it's going to be real hard for my other side to catch up. So he might beat me to start residential. So yeah, you can pass anyone in this business that you want to. Alex Morton just hit number 10, 10th highest paid person in the company, and he joined 2.5 years ago. So you can pass anyone you want in this company. And now obviously, being in early, like obviously Jason being underneath one side of my business, you better believe I find a superstar on my left leg. Guess who's passing the back? This guy. But there's several cases in BEMA, not several, more than several, of people that I know that are past the person who enrolled them, and that person will never catch them. It is just impossible. You look at someone like Bryce Madick, is like 10 spots higher in the top 50 than his enroller, Patrick Comer. And I doubt that Patrick's going to catch him, but Patrick doesn't care. He's star presidential and he's ranked higher than Richard, who's an ambassador in the company because his matching notices are so big. So you can pass people. 2 more questions.
Yeah, maybe it's a good question, but what exactly is momentum? Let's talk about this momentum. Is it the fast mode or?
Yes, momentum, I like to call it Big Mo, basically fast growth. You know, and you guys can, none of us can probably relate to this because we've probably never done it, but it's a good example, a good analogy. If you're pumping a well, okay, which I don't know if anyone in this room has ever done, I've never really done it before, but if you're pumping a well, I've been told that it takes a little bit of effort to start getting the water to flow, correct? Everyone's been told that before? Well, what happens once you get the water flowing? It's very easy to maintain the flow. That's momentum. You build and you build and you build and you build. Once you catch momentum, it's easier to maintain. It's easier to grow faster. It's easier to snowball. You know, you have 1,000 people talking to people every day versus 100 people talking to you every day. That's momentum and that exponential growth. So one more question and we're going to move on.
I'm sorry.
Any others? All right, cool. We are going to move on. We got a video, and then Jason's going to wrap us up, and we'll be done. So you guys check out this video.
Really quick, who is excited about the greatest freaking opportunity of your life? So knock the negativity out of your head, you guys. Your room set, you know, your mind's like, you know, an open field. You can play seeds whatever you want to play. You can play seeds of negativity, everything's, you know, sucks in your life. No one's doing my business. I can't cycle. I can't rate this. I'm not good enough. I can't speak. Well, I can't do this. I can't do that. How about you change your mindset right now, right before lunch, in Vegas convention and say, you know what? I'm going to make it happen. You know what? I'm going to be the person to retire my mom and retire my dad, and I'm going to make history, guys. This is going to be in the history books, right? This is going to happen. Talk about Catholics going to be the highest paid network marketer in the history of history, guys. So you, right here, right now, make the decision. That's all Kim Ward did. That's all Josh Noble did. That's all the kids did. That's all Nick Javon Stewart. That's all these people are doing is they said one day they woke up and they're like, you know what, I'm going to make this thing happen. Because everyone in this room is a visionary, guys. We are entrepreneurs. We were not put on this earth to be told when to use the restroom. I hope I'm not offending anybody. You're not on earth to be told when to show up to work and when to eat lunch and when to go home. You should wake up when you're done sleeping. That sounds a lot more fun. 6 Saturdays and 1 Sunday. It's hilarious people ask what day of the week it is. We don't know. It's Saturday, yeah. It's always Saturday, you guys. So feel fortunate, feel blessed. Like every single leader up here said, you must leave here and take all out massive action. That's it. Okay? So with that, you guys, believe you can do this business. There are people from every race, every background, every size, everything making this thing happen. Everyone looks different in these first 5 rows. They're from different places, different parents. Some come from wealthy people, some come from not so wealthy people, you guys. And there's amazing stories out there of people coming from nothing to something. You know, starting from the bottom. Now we're here. We're starting from the bottom. I think we're in the middle. But we're going to get there. We're going to go to the top, guys. Because right here, right now, your leadership, no matter what team, organization you're on, believes you can be the next big success story in this company. Because you know what? Because you can. Because you're one person away from a Brad Outcast. You're one person away from a Josh Noble. You're one person away from the Will Rapid. You're one person away from changing your entire life. And like every time I said up here this morning, you cannot give up. The only way you ever leave is what? If you quit or do nothing. As long as you wake up every day, you get fired up, you tug a bird, you light yourself on a freaking fire, go out there and talk to more people. You know, people say that they went through their warm market, guys. It's physically impossible to go through your markets. There's billions of people here. ASU has 73,000 kids. And I got news for you right now. Mark Zuckerberg was one kid, one idea, one concept. 13 out of 15 people told him to sign up for Facebook. Raise your hand if you got Facebook. The entire place. We took his business model, social network marketing, guys, and I got news for you. This is about to be the biggest thing to ever happen. And like I say in home events, if you don't believe it's going to happen, it's not going to happen. I'll tell you what, right now, you need to make the decision to really leave here, and make FEMA a top priority in your life. Because if you do that, I promise you, 12 months right now, you can be Las Vegas in a black chair, making a lot of money, changing people's lives, retiring your parents' lives, and your whole life will change forever. Because if you don't make it happen, guys, don't be that guy or girl 7 years from right now, okay? Don't be that guy or girl 7 years from right now saying, man, I wish I would have worked harder. I wish I would have busted my butt. I wish I would have woke up earlier. I wish I would have went to bed later. Don't be that guy or girl. Be someone. Be a freaking champion. You need 40 million sperm to be alive. You're a freaking champion, okay? So go out there, light yourself on fire, and make it happen. Thank you.
All right, guys. Well, first off, we all know that video gets us fired up, and Alex Morton, he brings it, man. And like, to touch on effort is, we talk about it all the time, but honestly, that's the key to your success right there. That one word is effort, guys. And if you look at where Alex is, where Jeffrey is, where myself is, the only thing different about anybody in here and us and all these great leaders is how much effort we put into it. We all get the same auto ship every month. We have the same company, the same product. The only thing that you guys have differently than someone like Jeffrey was you guys have an upline who will help you every step of the way. You know, and we're all fortunate enough to have that now. So effort is such a big thing. And guys, when I talk about this, like, let's be real for a second. You know, how many of you guys are happy with the jobs you're working at right now? Is anybody? Probably not. All right. So if you don't make FEMA work, do you have another plan? No. So that's when we say effort is such a crucial thing in this. You have to put the effort in to make this work. I'll get asked all the time, Jason, how'd you get to where you got? How do you be more successful in FEMA? It's simple. And you guys all already know the answer. It's just getting more no's. That's it. Getting more no's. Putting in more effort than anybody else. Guys, when I was first starting to do this thing, and even now, I mean, no one really sees the behind the scenes of us, but there's a lot of effort that goes into it. But is it worth it? Heck yes, man. How many people have made money in FEMA here yet? Almost everybody. Was it worth the effort you put in? Absolutely. And the fact that it keeps coming back every month, that's crazy. So I could get into effort all day and get up here and yell at you guys and scream and say, you gotta do work, you gotta do work. But honestly, if you want to be successful in this, that's what's stopping you right there. It's effort in yourself. That's it. There's no excuses. It's just how much effort are you willing to put into this thing? And the gym's the best example. You guys have heard Jeffrey say it 1,000,000 times. All right, FEMA's an opportunity just like the gym. However much effort in it, that's the results you're going to see. If you want your business to grow, guess what you got to do? You got to do more. You have to. And even at the point we're at now, dude, I'll do 5, 10, 20 calls a day. And yeah, it's not every day because we have phenomenal leaders in this now. But literally when we talk about what does it take, whatever it takes, that's the truth. And Alex said it so well. Whether you think you're going to succeed in this or not, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you are right. Every single time. I saw you guys on before. Jeffrey asked, how many of you guys think you take $1 million year? Every single person here, raise your hand. But do you really believe it? That's the difference. Because I can promise you, I used to not believe it. The moment my life changed was in Charlotte in August. I was at 31 cycles. I wrote it down. Before then, I never believed that I could take this thing to the top. I never did. And I was at 31 cycles. That's a lot. Most people here are like, heck yeah, I'd love to be at 31 cycles. I still didn't believe it. But then hearing leaders like that and really taking the time to learn from Jeffrey and Richard, and hearing Tom Alcazar and hearing Bob Proctor, and yeah, I've got to do a lot of things and listen to a lot of people, but that's what changed it, man. And when you really start believing in this, your entire life will change. Not just in FEMA, but your entire life. And the thing is, we all just saw around this room, no one likes what they're doing and no one has a plan B. And honestly, you shouldn't, because you need to focus all your attention on plan A, which is this. So when you talk about like, yeah, dude, your life depends on this, it does. And you got to treat it that way. I guarantee every person in here, if I were to say, hey, you know, if you don't sign a person up next week, you're going to lose your home. You guys will all sign someone up. And not that that would happen, but that's the type of seriousness that needs to be put into this business, because if it's not, you're going to continue living the life that you're living now. And no one wants that. And we say all the time, man, if you guys have heard and seen what we've seen, and now a lot of these leaders in here have seen, you would put a massive amount of effort in this. And a lot of you guys are getting that, dude. Look what you just saw. 23-year-old Alex Morton, who in my opinion, most of you out here are probably better at sharing the business than he is. But you know what he does? He gets freaking excited. You guys have heard his calls. I don't even think he talks about Vima. I think he talks about peeing down his leg more than he talks about Vima. But yeah, he's making $1 million a year. Why? Because he's excited and he does a heck of a lot of effort, which is just on there. That's it. It's not about how great you are at sharing Vima. It's not about if you're in a BMW or Mercedes. It's not about, you know, how perfectly you can open a can of Verve. It's saying less to more people. And if you want to do better, do more. That's it. Everyone of you guys in here knows what to do. It's a matter of doing it. That's all it is, guys. And it's putting down the other BS and focusing on this. Because once you get to a point where you gain momentum, like Jeffrey was talking about, when, yeah, dude, I have 1,000 people working to grow my business every single day, that's crazy. But it takes a heck of a lot of effort to get you there. And what's even crazy about that is once you get there, it's not enough. It's not enough. Like, we don't have to do this, but we've seen where these guys have already been. We know Brad Alcazan personally, and a lot of you guys have met him. And he's making 50, 60 grand a week. And yeah, that's great money, but the cool thing about that is the options that come with it. Like, yeah, if you're just in this to make money, you're not going to make very much of it. But when you make a lot of money, that gives you a lot of options to help a lot of people. And the only way that Brad got there and Alex got there and Jeffrey got where he's got is effort. And that's it, guys. People, it's crazy, ask me all the time, how do you get your business growing? Just do more. That's it. That's literally it. You guys have learned how to invite properly. We all know how to open a can of Verve, and you all know how to copy and paste the URL link to someone's Facebook or to their email. And then from there, get them on a call with your upline and do more. It is literally that simple. The way I got to where I'm at, the way, you know, Jeffrey, where he at, Connors, where he at, Jeremy, all these leaders, great leaders in here, the only way that we got there was we got more no's. I can't tell you guys how many people I've shared the Vima story with. And that's it. You don't have to be smart at this business. You just have to do more. If you're stuck at bronze, silver, or gold, do more. And it really doesn't get any more simpler than that. I wish there was some magical thing to do, but it's crazy. Like I said again, all the time. How do you grow your business? Do more. Put more effort in. Put Broadway aside. Put the video games, the TV. Put it all aside, man. And then when you get to where you want to be, then enjoy that stuff, if you still want to. All right, but literally just do more. It's that simple, guys. And when you start putting effort into this thing, it's crazy what will happen. And then also, last thing, when you start putting the effort in, your downline's going to see it. And that'll be the last thing I wrap up on tonight is, another thing we didn't really talk about is, don't ever, ever expect anything from your downline that you don't do yourself. And too many times I'll have people say, man, like, you know, they're not signing anybody up. Well, when's the last time you signed somebody up? 3 months ago? Well, why do you expect anything from them? But if you're putting in effort every single day, if you're at every home event, and you're on time, and you're ready to learn, or you're bringing in people, guess what? Then your downline's going to see that. They're going to follow you. And if they're not, then you're going to say, hey, man, I was there. Where were you? Where were you? And guys, success leaves clues. We show up to home events every day. Me and Jeffrey. And yeah, obviously we don't have a job, so that's different, but we're there. Nothing that we do is a secret. We're at the events, we show up, we put the effort in, and we get results every single time. So just bust your freaking butt in this, and you'll get what you want, but I think we're going to show this last video, and then we'll wrap it up.
I believe desire and will to win is everything. I don't know mine like I am, but my butt's always burning. There's always something to say, Art, dadgummit, you're supposed to go far. Art, dadgummit, you're supposed to be somebody. You're supposed to make a difference with your life. What does a $500,000 a year person do? The $50,000 a year person doesn't do. You look at the outside and study those two individuals, everything seems to be the same. They both are the same sex, they
both are the same age, had the same training, the same positions, the same contract, the same fringe benefits. They both are successful, they work hard, they're good family people, make tough commitments. But what's the difference? What does a $500,000 a year person do that the $50,000 a year person doesn't do? He pays the price a little bit more. He works hard a little bit more. He's loyal to the company a little bit more. He bleeds a little bit more. He makes money a little bit more. He saves money a little bit more. If you want to win in these United States, you got to be tough, and you can't quit. The last thing I'll talk to you about today is building this winning edge. Is, folks, if you want to win in business, you got to be a leader. Leadership is everything. You show me anything in these United States that win, I'll show you a leader at work. You show me a successful church, Boy Scout troop, club, football team, business, I'll show you some run by a leader. See, I thought at one time in my life you had to be smart to win. I used to have these smart people that dress so pretty and talk so pretty and use these big words. They just intimidated me. And I said, oh, you can't ever be that good. Why don't you just throw the towel and go back and coach football for a living? And I found two things out about smart people. I think it's almost impossible for a smart person to win in business in America today. Because I find smart people spend their whole lifetime figuring things out. They're always trying to figure out an easier way and a quicker way. And another thing I found out about smart people is they just don't get around to doing nothing. And see, somebody like Art Williams, everybody says, well, he can't do it. And somebody like that can't do it. But he does it. See, folks, I want you to know almost everybody in America almost does enough to win. They almost get there. They almost go over the hump. They almost have it going. They almost in everything they do. Almost is a way of life to almost everybody in America. But the winners do it. What do? They do whatever it takes to get the job done. They do it, and do it, and do it, and do it, and do it, until the job gets done. And then they talk about how great it is to be somebody they're proud of. We need leaders in America who can do it. If you want to become somebody, do it. If you want to go in business for yourself, do it. If you want to become financially independent, do it. I hear too much talk in these United States. Everybody can talk a good game. We need people in America who can do it. I go all over this country with AOEs, and I have people say, Art, you count on me. Wonderful. Just do it. Art, I guarantee this is my last stop. I'm going to win now. Super duper. Just do it. Art, if I can just have one good month and get the ball going, I know I can make it big. Super. Just do it. Art, if I can just pay off this debt, I can really go. Great. Just do it. Art, if I can just sell the house. Do it. But how's they selling? Do it anyway. Art, I'm not making any money. What can I do? You just do it. Do what, Art? You do it, and do it, and do it. Art, I guarantee I'm going to win this contest. Super duper. Just do it. Art, I'm over the hump now. Watch my smoke. Great. Just do it. Art, I'm going to make it so bad I can taste it. What I do? You just do it. Art, I'm a vice president now. Can I quit doing it? No. Art, I don't know if I keep on keeping on. I'm really hurting what I do. You just do it. Do what, Art? You do it, and do it, and do it. Art, all my life I want to be somebody important. Well, what do it then? Art, I'm going to save money so I don't have to go through this again. Great. Just do it. Art, I don't feel like I've had enough training. What I do? You just do it. Art, my manager don't give me no help. What I do? You just do it. Art, you don't understand. I was Mr. Everything in my former company. You don't mean I have to start off down at the bottom and do it, do you? Yep, you really got to do it. Art, what's the primary difference between winners and losers? The winners do it. They do it, and do it, and do it, and do it, until the job gets done. And then they talk about how great it is to finally achieve something unique, and how glad they are that they didn't quit like everybody else, and how wonderful it is to finally be somebody they're proud of, and make a difference in their life. Thank you.
So I hope you guys got the point of that video. Guys, we gotta stop talking about it, we gotta be about it. But that was it. Hopefully today was helpful. If you guys think it's helpful, let us know. We want to keep doing these every month. And we'll be covering a lot of the same content. And if you're a leader in this room right now, these are not necessarily for you guys. These are for the newest people. We do another one of these next month. This place better double in size. There better be double the amount of people here when we do another event. And guess what? We're probably going to use that same PowerPoint. We're probably going to cover the exact same material. Why, guys? Because like Jason said, the business doesn't change. And if we're funneling new people into these trainings, we're going to start growing faster. So thanks for coming out. Jason, we got one thing and then we'll be done.
Real quick, guys, and then we'll let it go. What you guys took in this afternoon, your number one first step, make sure you're sharing this with your downline. You guys have people that weren't here today, and either they're your personally enrolled or they're in your downline, share this information with them. If we can really work on duplication, this is going to blow our business up. Obviously, everyone that needed to be here isn't here, but you guys take the notes, take what you learned today, and feed that into your downline. Because like I said before, man, put the business aside. We're just creating leaders in this company. But you guys have to relay the message to the rest of the team so they know where we're going, and that's going to be huge. But like Jeffrey said, like he said, guys, let's just do it, man. That's all there is to it. You know, put the work in now, and next month, let's do this again. Let's pack this place out, and hopefully all those goals you guys wrote down, your 1 month goal, I hope that next month when you're sitting here, you can look back at that and say, yeah, dude, I did it. I accomplished that goal. So take the information you guys learned today, share it with your downline, stay plugged in. I'm sure we'll have events coming up really soon, all that. Thanks for coming out, guys, and I guess that's...
One last thing, guys. The owner of the comedy club, his name's Jeff, and he's been super gracious. He's involved in being with us now, and he's given us the opportunity to do events here, to do trainings here, and stuff like that. And so, number one, if you have a chance to meet him, thank him. Tell him thank you for opening up this, because, guys, we didn't have to pay anything to be here. We didn't have to pay anything to rent this out and use all the equipment here. So that's huge for our team that we have an opportunity to do that. And number two, show your support. We came to the comedy show last night. Fantastic show. They got great food, and I believe it's 21 and up, so if you're 21 and up, come out. They have an 8 o'clock and a 10 o'clock show. Don't do it when there's a home event going on, but if you have nothing to do 10 o'clock on a Friday night or Saturday night, let's let this comedy club know, let's let Jeff know that, hey, not only do we appreciate you opening up your club for us to use for BEMA, but we're going to help spread the word and pack this place out. And I know that if we keep that relationship, guys, if we help really grow this thing for him, you know, the opportunities that we have to use this as a venue are going to keep going up. So thanks for coming out. Hope you guys enjoy it. Oh, one last thing. If you're sitting in a chair, if you wouldn't mind just flipping it over and putting it on top of the rear.
I got a blue shirt. Seriously, every day, I'm gonna do this. Everyone around give me a time that we can talk, because there's not enough talking. It really isn't. Tell you what, that Art Williams video. Just do it. Just do it.